Ashley, how are you?
I am doing well. It's hot, but we made it, and we're here, and I'm very excited to be here.
I know, we're here at Stagwell Sports Beach in Cannes.
Yes.
And you're not here alone.
I am not. I am bringing a bundle of joy. She's very excited to be here with us, so she'll be participating in this interview.
I know, maybe her middle name will be Can or something like that.
Maybe something
All
like
right.
that.
Okay. Well, I'm thrilled to be talking to you about BECA and you. And so talk to us about how you found out about the BECA playbook and what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely. So I found out about the BECA playbook through, my employer, Deloitte. We are a sponsor and a partner of the program. So I was very excited about the opportunity to not only be nominated, but then be accepted to join the program. So a little bit about BECA playbook. So it's an opportunity for future leaders in marketing, Black leaders in marketing, I should emphasize, for us to learn from current and former Black executives. And so we have curated learning and development content. We're building upon our acumen in marketing, and it's really helping to support our strategic and creative muscle. And so on the strategy side, I feel really confident as a consultant, but on the creative side, I think BECA's really filling that gap for me.
Right. And see, and one thing I can tell you guys about Ashley that she won't say, but to be in the BECA playbook, you have to be rated as high potential by your organization. So not just anybody gets to be a part of the BECA playbook, but you are seen as a rising star. So congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you. I feel very special.
Well, you are special, and you're special to us. But tell us about, so how you got here was you won a competition, a very intense competition with about 20 plus people.
Yes.
To answer a prompt. And so tell us what your idea was that had you win airfare, hotel, registration to come to Cannes for a week.
Nine.
The whole nine.
Yeah, so the prompt was really addressing how diversity and inclusion can really grow a business, right? And drive growth within a business. And so our team treated it like a pitch. So we used this opportunity to really flex the creative side. And our concept was this brand agency called Connected Collective, where we're culture brand first driven marketing agency, and we are supporting experiential design for brands. We are using a proprietary intelligence platform that we are creating called C² AI, and we are really becoming not only a platform but a partner to brands and agencies in the business. And so that was the way we approached it, and everything about this experience in terms of the competition and presenting to the judges, it really helped us build upon not only what our concept was, but how to strengthen it for this Cannes experience.
Well, speaking of the judges, it was an all-star lineup of judges that were amazing. I'm sure that wasn't intimidating at all.
No, not at all.
But tell me how it actually works. Tell me how, if I'm a brand or an agency, how would it work?
So what we would ideally want is for a brand to invite us in upstream, so before any campaign briefs are even written, and we're going to use our platform to understand what's going on culturally, right? Understand what language is being used, understand what the cultural receptors are, and we'll be able to guide them specifically in how to create experiences, partner with the right creators that have the right audience alignment, not just reach. And we're building out these wonderfully designed experiences for their consumers.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of their consumers, who's actually the target audience for this?
So the target audience is going to be Black consumers, but the way that the concept Connected Collective is built out, it can expand. And so, in fact, we actually even narrowed our scope a bit, and we were focused on Gen X and Boomers because they're traditionally left out of marketing as of today. And so in terms of the brands we want to work with and partner with, we want to work with brands who are value driven and are looking to align with value driven creators in order to support this build out.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned Connected Collective, but that's the name you guys chose. So
yeah.
Talk to us about what Connected Collective means.
Okay, so it's so interesting that you asked, but when you think about connected, it's the emotional connection that we're hoping, to drive with brands and their consumers. And the collective part is the collaborative effort that we're taking with this, right? Working with brands, working with creators, working with their consumers. So that's how we came across that name.
Mm-hmm. And tell us about the time to market. How would you scale this up?
Okay, the time to market, we're envisioning that from a strategy lens, we can immediately hit the ground running and providing that strategic support. In terms of the platform itself, it's going to take time to build, but the infrastructure is there. Like we're envisioning partnering with brands and companies like Sprinkler and Tagger. So we're thinking of building upon that infrastructure so that the AI isn't just kind of, something we're doing for new and brand new, but it's something that's going to be real and real time. And then in terms of like scale, we want to also think of the people aspect. So we're going to have this creator kind of brand alliance where we're going to be working with creators to make sure that we are checking our AI for bias and any cultural nuances that we may not, it may not pick up very easily.
And what do you think is the impact of this on marketing and the greater society?
I mean, we all know there's so much evidence, there's so many stats out there that tell us that diversity and inclusion matters. And I think even in, in the society where there may be some doubts or some questions, the data doesn't lie. And so what I think this is going to do is just, one, continue to contribute to the positive data that shows that this is important, but also like have an impact in the way that brands are connecting with consumers on a deeper level.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about the BECA playbook earlier and this journey, you being selected as high potential, but it's 2 years. It's a two-year program with 100 plus hours of your time. Tell us how your involvement with the BECA playbook, impacted or influenced you with this, with Connected Collective.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have to credit my mentor first, Will Smith, and he was super supportive in helping to guide me in understanding like what marketing levers we should be pulling, understanding, some of the, interesting experiences he's had with marketing agencies in the past. So we kind of were able to build upon that and understand what gaps we could truly fill. I think even more broadly, the lessons that we learn on, our monthly or bi-monthly calls where we're actually learning from, current CEOs like Sean Tresvant, who has a massive marketing background and is leading Taco Bell to do wonders in the quick service restaurant space. We have these opportunities to learn from their experiences, learn from their mistakes. And so I think that's really helped inform our strategy and in this concept more than anything else.
And so you're here in Cannes with all these influential people. What would be your ask? What would you ask if you could wave your magic wand and say, this is what I'd like you to help me with? What would that be?
Okay, waving my wand. I would say be critical of us. Help us poke holes in our strategy. I think if we were to really take this concept and build it out, we need the wealth of knowledge that's in this place, right, currently, today, to help inform us, to help guide us, and also to help make sure that we are truly bringing something new and innovative to the market and not just something that's repeatable. So that's what I would hope for in this experience.
Okay. And then my last question, so obviously winning the Cannes competition was a highlight, but if you were to think over your time and you're just getting started in the BECA playbook, what's been another highlight of yours?
Ooh, another highlight of Cannes has been probably, it's the highlight.
It's hard to top.
It's hard to top.
Come on.
It's hard to top. I would say sometimes it's the teaming experience with BECA. So I can't say that it's always easy to be a part of a team that you don't curate yourself. In my field, I get to actually like pick the people I want on my team, and this is an option where I was kind of put on a team with new people. Once you kind of get over the hump, you get to know the person, you understand the communication styles, and also the differences and experiences that are informing the work that we're doing. The teaming experience can really elevate itself and just be a wonderful bonding time. And I feel like I've truly bonded with my teammates, especially here in Cannes.
All right, so what didn't I ask you that I should have asked you, Ashley?
What didn't I? Well, you didn't ask me what my favorite learning and development lesson was.
Okay, all
which
right.
was the Sean Tresvant talk. I didn't miss it. I was in the airport. I got off of a flight, I went to the lounge to sit down for that hour, listen to him speak, and I was just blown away. From Nike to Taco Bell and just his experience and showing up as his authentic self, that was the most amazing session that we had, and it's the one that just resonates with me the most. And especially thinking, how do I show up authentically at work and at BECA?
Well, I have to say, all of our speakers are amazing. I hear you
really
about
are.
Sean, he is, but one of the beauties that we have in BECA is we have just incredible leaders and mentors in
Exactly.
the organization that we can all learn from. I sit there and I geek out over them as
Yes.
well. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, I tell you, your team blew us away. The judges were like, wow, it's a great concept. You guys showed collaboration. You showed depth and thought. You could answer the second and third question. You were prepared. It was fun. And it was feasible. And those
Yeah.
are all the criteria that make for a great presentation. So congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
We're happy to have you in BECA. And I'm looking forward to what the next year's going to bring with us.
Yes, same. I'm looking forward to the presentation tomorrow as well.
Yes, that's right. You're presenting. The whole team is presenting tomorrow
Yeah.
on the main stage. So, all right.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Jerri.
All right.